Well, I turned 45 a couple weeks ago. And while I am not as old as some of the saints in our church, I've lived a little life. And here's what I have to say about that phrase. As I have grown older, I have had to recognize that life is much more messy and much more complicated than I ever thought it would be when I was 22. The older I get, the more I realize that life is messy and that life is complicated, and that my black and white thinking of my childhood has kind of given way to the recognition that most of life is lived in the gray area. Is that not true? That life is not so much a binary choice between absolute right and absolute wrong, but life is messy because people are messy. Life is complicated because people are complicated, and we need a God that knows that, and we do in Jesus Christ. We see a God that recognizes that when we look at ourselves in the mirror and know how complicated and duplicitous and messy we are, who are we to cast the first stone?